U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin have arrived in Anchorage, Alaska for a landmark summit to end the war in Ukraine. Trump's plane landed earlier, however, the U.S. leader waited for Putin's arrival. The two men then left the tarmac together, with Putin joining Trump in his car. Trump and Putin are expected to travel to the Elmendorf Air Force Base in Anchorage, where talks are expected to start at around 11 a.m. local time, 9 p.m. Central European Summer Time. Russian President Vladimir Putin has arrived in the U.S. for the first time in a decade ahead of a high-stakes summit on Russia-Ukraine war. According to Associated Press, the Russian president hasn't been to the United States since a 2015 meeting at the UN General Assembly in New York. The International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant on war crimes accusations for Putin in 2023. But the U.S. isn't a member of that global body, so officials are under no obligation to arrest him. Friday's summit could reshape both the war in Ukraine and relations between Moscow and Washington. President Donald Trump said Russian drone attacks on civilian areas of Ukraine are a misguided effort to improve Putin's negotiating position. Maybe it's a part of the world. Maybe it's just his fabric, his genes, his genetics, Trump told reporters traveling with him to the Alaska summit. According to Associated Press, he also talked up economic benefits for Russia and warned of more severe sanctions if the talks aren't fruitful.
There's nothing set in stone. I want certain things. I want to see a ceasefire. This is not to do with Europe. Europe's not telling me what to do. But they're going to be involved in the process, obviously, as well as Zelensky. But I want to see a ceasefire rapidly. I don't know if it's going to be today, but I'm not going to be happy if it's not today. Everyone said it can't be today, but I'm just saying I want the killing to stop. I'm in this to stop the killing. You know, we're not putting up any money. We're making money. They're buying our weapons, and we're sending them to NATO, and NATO's sending us big, beautiful checks. But that I don't care about that. We get along. There's a good respect level on both sides, and I think, you know, something's going to come of it. I noticed he's bringing a lot of business people from Russia, and that's good. I like that because they want to do business, but they're not doing business until we get the war settled. I think they're trying to negotiate. He's trying to set a stage. I mean, in his mind, that helps him make a better deal. It actually hurts him, but in his mind, that helps him make a better deal if they can continue the killing. Maybe it's a part of the world. Maybe it's just his fabric, his genes, his genetics. But he thinks that makes him, gives him strength in negotiating. I think it hurts him, but I'll be talking to him about it later. I'm not here to negotiate for Ukraine. I'm here to get him at a table. And I think you have two sides. Look, Vladimir Putin wanted to take all of Ukraine. If I wasn't president, he would right now be taking all of Ukraine. But he's not going to do it.
Mr. President,
I'm not doing this for my health, okay? I don't need it. I'd like to focus on our country, but I'm doing this to save a lot of lives. Yeah, very severe. Thank you very much, everybody.
U.S. President Donald Trump left Washington on Friday morning to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska at a U.S. military base for a crucial summit. According to Associated Press, Trump flew out of Joint Base Andrews for Friday's meeting in Anchorage that could influence the war in Ukraine and European security. Trump aims to showcase his skills as a dealmaker. For Putin, it's a chance to negotiate terms that favor Russia. The summit excludes Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, which could undermine Ukraine's interests. Trump has expressed hopes for a broader peace deal, but success is uncertain. The meeting's outcome could have significant implications for international relations and U.S. diplomacy.